This is Windsor Landor. Thank you for choosing to support this month's recorded podcast. It is inspired by the upcoming virtual masterclass, where attendees will receive the key components they need to create the life they desire in a new year. You can learn more about the virtual masterclass at www.landorconsulting.com. To get the most out of this podcast, I suggest that you maintain an open mind to how I share with you my approach on becoming our best self for the new year and the pathway that honors self-empowerment. Well, I trust you will agree to reach new levels of success. We must be receptive to creative courage and an unwavering commitment to seek and implement solutions that are in concert with our success profile. Nevertheless, this is our life. Any day we wish we can discipline ourselves to have an ownership mindset and choose to attend a master class that will help us to discover an effective approach to create a truly rewarding life experience. That is, we can choose to do it immediately, or next week, or next month, or next year. We can also choose to keep going through the same habits of avoidance with the same old justifications and reasons for not building a foundation which we can move on to becoming our best self. Because we feel that we cannot afford to take the steps necessary to eliminate the diversions that are keeping us from creating a foundation of success for next year and beyond. Moreover, if the idea of honoring self-empowerment and becoming our best self makes us uncomfortable, we can remain laboring under the illusion of I know. The choices are ours to make. However, as much as we would like to think that we have plenty of time to build a foundation on which we can become our best self, reap the reward of our inspiration, and create the life we desire. We really do not. For the clock is ticking. The new year is near. It is a good time to step away from the predictable routines and into a brand new life through a resolution revolution. That is, whatever failure or failures we have had this year do not need to be with us next year. That is, if we choose to do the work that will move us to becoming our best self and creating the life we desire. No matter what we choose, it remains true that some find themselves struggling, searching for exactly how to eliminate the distractions that are keeping them from releasing their authentic power and honoring self empowerment. Take purposeful action that is required to build a foundation on which they can move on to becoming their, their best self and creating the life they desire. Nevertheless, they are allowing fear, their should haves, and decision and the illusion of I know to keep them from choosing the pathway that honors the greatness that is within. I trust you can agree with this. That is, it is almost impossible for these individuals to produce better results. They are resisting. See that their resistance is producing emotional roadblocks, and it seems impossible for them to take control of their life. See, they parrot their limited beliefs back and forth as if they were absolute insights. These individuals are choosing to keep out the mystery of becoming their best self for the new year and taking the pathway that honors self empowerment. Please understand that limited beliefs are making every effort to justify their reasons for not proceeding with intelligent use of self awareness, coherence, emotional data, and placing healthy dependency to make their life matter. You see, that's where the question remains. What is so magnetic about that choice? Maybe it represents their point of identity and their reality. For me, I believe it is a trapped space where they will not be able to see beyond their fear. Nevertheless, the clock is ticking, and their trapped emotions give rise to anxiety and other unwanted feelings that they cannot seem to shake. One thing is certain: in the inner landscape of who they truly are, there is a melodious voice calling them to find the doorway and use the key to do the work that is required for them to let go of resistance and live on the raw edge of an unwavering commitment to enlarge their frames of belonging, not to settle for a false shelter that does not serve their ability to eliminate the underlying condition. Yes, the condition that is preventing them from honoring self empowerment and becoming their best self for the new year. The harsh truth is, no matter how complex their life may be, they may want to take a radical approach. You see, in the midst of riding the waves of intense transitional time, these individuals are called to radically take the fear out of changing and start the process of changing their life for the better with a renewed attitude of creative courage commitment, resolve, and conviction. Sure, it's not easy, or it's not always easy. However, they can do it. They can do it if they commit to take a radical approach that would propel them on the path to doing the work that needs to be done in order to set free of the shackles of their past failures into a fresh space of creative freedom. Yes, a freedom that will allow them to cultivate an accountability structure, a structure that honors a powerful blend of faith, creative courage, discipline, and tenacity, to recognize the magnificence that is within, and with an attitude of strength where they can focus with an unwavering commitment to nurture intelligence and accountability structure and be grounded in the characteristics and qualities they value. Yes, there they can take 100% responsibility for their life and choose to improve the scale of the emotional intelligence quotient and do the work that will lead them consciously to become their best self. I believe these are the choices of gaining vital insights into becoming their best self and the pathway that honors self-empowerment. I must note personally, the work that has led me to consciously become my best self forced me into a meeting place with my authentic self. Through this work, I was able to reclaim my inner territory, enlarge my capacity to learn, raise my emotional quotient, and improve my effectiveness in manifesting the unique vision of success that I am meant to live. I believe the only way to become our best self is to choose to see beyond a superficial world, be in a constant state of self-discovery with an attitude of amplified awareness, creative courage, and live a life of substance with clearer values. There is no mystery to becoming a best self. However, it involves deep personal trust in the inherent rightness of our humanness, in our natural intelligence. When we become our best self, we begin to sense the destiny that brought us to this moment. We become true to our innate dignity and a willingness to become accountable, adventurous, and bold to free ourselves from our internal conflicts, create new conditions, and actively reject mediocrity. Yeah, bold to become change experts and take inspired steps to create the life we desire. Becoming our best self is an approach that calls for us to acquire sustained effort, earnestly assume 100% responsibility for our life, have a major insight into our why, and consciously choose more resourceful beliefs. In doing so, we can create whatever results we want in life by sifting through all the nonsense we were taught and engaging in our emotional wisdom. Yes, by improving our ability to map out a course for a life that is right for us in a way that brings us to honor self-empowerment. See, the question remains, why will we want to honor self-empowerment and become our best self. First, honoring self-empowerment and becoming our best self are about becoming functional human beings in a world of competing tensions and uncertainty. That is, we do the work that is required to be intelligent about our emotional habits and seek a new course where we rebuild a structure that honors eliminating the distractions that have been keeping us from being the enlightened self and to improving the scale of our emotional intelligence quotients. Second, honoring self-empowerment means we will always be able to make the most of the power of choice in every situation instead of being run by unwanted emotional responses, even if we still have negative beliefs that have not been discovered or removed yet. Lastly, do not let this year's failures ruin the beauty of the true promise of a brand new life toward the new year. We cannot afford to fence on the desire of our heart within the fixed walls of the illusion of I know. If we do, my friends, we will dishonor the call to achieve amazing results, becoming our best self, and create a culture of success in the new year. Well, with the new year upon us, do not be distracted by the shoulds that would divert us from being receptive to a culture of success and fulfillment. It is time to think differently and live life knowing we have choices. And two of them are: one, step away from the predictable routines into a world where we are responsible to establish healthier habits through information and actions. Lastly, step out of our comfort zone, face our fears, and prescribe to an environment that honors personal accountability to discover a whole new foundation on which we can move on to becoming our best self, improving our emotional intelligence quotient. Yes, improving our emotional intelligence quotient and self-empowerment, for it is the ultimate path to becoming our best self and creating the life we desire in the new year. So thank you for listening. Do consider becoming a subscriber and stopping by my webpage at www.lendoconsulting.com. As for now, join me in the season of gratitude for an attitude that recognizes the divine abundance and magnificence that is all around us to the power of thanks and giving. So be well, be prosperous in the new year.